the artisan said, the electrician, I tell you that time I could buy big wire. But you were the one that brought this one. You said this one will work. Ladies and gentlemen, all of us are in this spot this morning. Let us have a conversation. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH. The WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. And to put this in context, that electrician was made to refund the money that was given to him to buy all the wires for that house. You know what it is to come and pay $500,000 naira nearly 6 months after you did a job? To that electrician, this is my honest response to you.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Hello, with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
And I'm going straight up to WhatsApp this morning because I have some messages that have just come through. Thank you once again. And even on my page. So let me read the one on my page first before I get across. All right, because we have a break coming up. This one says, Drew, good morning. Please increase this volume because almost everybody is on this table. Even schools breach contracts. Even our government is breaching contracts. Let me start with the one that pains me the most. Those carpenters who would tell can fix and make new chairs. You give them pictures, they say, I will do it. Then when they come and give you the chair, it looks like a coffin. Those people should be sued. You don't know my pains this morning. And that is from John. This is on my personal page. He said, you don't know his pain this morning. Yes, carpenters. They give you a design. Can you do it? Oga Asabi do am. Then when you come back, you bring, like John said, a coffin. What sort of rubbish?
For more talk, news and sports, stay tuned to Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this. Success.
who intentionally breach their contract. They tell you, I will build you this house with so and so cement. You come, your building has a crack. The person who's going to do your roof says, oh, bring 20,000 naira. I will do the roof like this with this material. You come and you check. It's not the right material that you paid for, and you've already paid him his labor. Now, an electrician was made to refund close to 500,000 naira that he was given to wire a building about 6 months ago. And all of this happened because the owner of the building and the tenants there, they got a lawyer and said, Oga, if you not agree now, we'll carry this case, go police. You don't see him, see everything. We'll go court. This money you go pay pass. And then he paid the money, because he knew what he did was wrong. My personal experience, years and years and years ago, Elekai Housing Estate, where you have the mechanic village, we were sent to drop the car for servicing. It was my mom's old Toyota Corolla. We've never had any problem with the mechanics. But that day, the mechanic who handled the car gave it to one of his apprentices. Engine Joe was his name. I hope he's hearing. I hope he's well wherever he is. And then we drove the car. In fact, I drove the car back home, feeling, yes, we service the car, no problem. After all, on the last 6 months before we want to service the car. My mom just drove the car out of the house, didn't even get to Market Junction, and the car stopped. What happened? Apparently, after they serviced the car and they changed the oil and they put the oil filter and they changed all the spark plug and they put all the brake fluid, the apprentice didn't put the fuel cap, the oil filter underneath properly. So all the while we were driving, it was leaking. In just one day, the oil leaked out, the engine knocked. Guess what? Engine Joe had to rebuild that engine in 3 days. In 3 days. Obviously, I was upset. Everybody was upset. But he did that of his own volition. My dad was like, I have to go and look for money. And he said, no, he will fix the car because it was his apprentice's mistake. I'm very sure that other men and women like that who take their businesses very seriously. But when people breach contract, maybe we should start to encourage people to sue. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Almost everybody is involved in this conversation, whether you are an artisan or you are the client, because the carpenter will go and look for the electrician will go and look for the mechanic will go and look for the doctor will go and look for the caterer.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
On 92.3 Nigeria Info.
0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0007. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH. Our WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. As always, turn down the volume of your radio set. Let us have a conversation. 92.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you. You picked my call.
Welcome.
Walter is on the line.
Good morning, Walter.
Yeah. Jude, all of us are involved in this matter. Why do I say so? Sometimes it might not be the fault of the carpenter or the mason or the mechanic. Like me, what I do, for me not to involve myself in all the rubbish. For instance, you tell me materials I will look for my building. I will tell you to write it, give me the quotation, we go and buy. So that at the end of the day, let it be that the fault is from me.
From the professional.
Because I bought the material that I needed and my job. Okay? So, and mechanic of a team, you have to be there to know what they are fixing.
Hey, but sometimes, maybe some people's jobs will not afford them to be there all the time.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you don't have the idea of the material they will buy. I don't finish.
Oh dear. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. Sometimes the materials, what they use to fix your car might not be original. Sometimes you give them money, they will get a mistake. At the end of the day, you still have the same issues. So what you do, or what I do, though I'm a businessman, I have time. For those of them that don't have time, you don't have time to go for mechanic, maybe for everything. You go so that at the end of the day, you don't have to deal with the best guys doing your car.
So Walter, let me ask you, what if people know, what if you're a mechanic now, what if you're mason, what if your carpenter knows that court people come, if carry lawyer, make them come carry my shop, or make them come force me pay? Do you think if people do that, they will not want to mess up their jobs or your jobs?
It's good. You see, that is sometimes it's working for you. Like me, I don't think road worker. I have seen you one thing, you are work and you are work and like it. So I will pick you. So some of us involved in this problem because we see road workers. They are workers.
We don't employ professionals.
Yes. You look for good ones, and like what I do, people that work for me, even if I'm not there, they do my job to my satisfaction. I don't have issues with them.
Okay. All right. Walter, thank you very much. 9.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Prince calling from Port Harcourt.
Welcome.
Okay, you asked if these artisans should be sued when they breach contract, right? Yeah, it sounds good, but most people contact these artisans that are quacks. And our government insists to make it mandatory that every artisan should have a certificate.
Okay.
From wherever they are trained. In developed countries, if you are a carpenter, you will be given certificate equivalent to BSc, equivalent to master, and so on. Same thing goes to all the fields, but in Nigeria it's not so. So most of the artisans you see, they are taxed. So you that contacted them, you don't have right to sue them because you pick them from the roadside. So let government first of all address the issue of professionalism, issue certificate to qualified artisan to handle a different field he or she claim to have known. Government is only focusing on giving PhD, master degree to someone that go to read one course or the other without even professional practical. So let's look at this side of the artisan.
No, but
should be given to them. I have worked with foreigners in this country. They didn't read any book. They came from maybe workshops, and we call them expatriates. And when we talk, they say, in their country, if you pass through any course, whether it's workshop or your boss, at the end of the day, that your boss should also be recognized by government. So he or she has right to issue you certificate of qualification in that field. So if you sue an artisan, what will you go and tell the court? Do you know him or her? So we should address our problem from the head.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Now let me read some of the comments that have come through on WhatsApp. All right. 080903064116. Good morning, Mr. Jude. I am a boat driver. Some of our customers show us shaggy without apology. They will book a ride of 2 kilometers, and then when I drive down to their pickup point, they will ignore your call. Some will tell you it's a mistake, especially our girls. This will tell you that the person I'm going to meet isn't responding, so cancel the ride. It is very painful. It is very painful. All right. A mechanic forgot his spanner in my car after servicing the car at Ikoku, and he damaged the radiator. And I forced him to fix it, but people around called me a wicked man. Thank God for this topic, Chinedu Samuel, with that comment. 90.3 Nigerian for good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. The program this morning, I love it very well. My question is this. You know, when we say when someone is asking for you, maybe for your things, and you're happy to replace it back. What of the government? Because the problem of the government is the government, they are paying tax, am I right?
Okay.
They are paying tax. And the fact that we are paying, what is getting to return? I don't know whether I'm right.
Well, you have a point. It's a logical argument. The government has a role to play after paying taxes. They should be able to do certain things.
No, who are we going to sue for court in that scenario? Because we are paying tax and we are not paying it. I'm talking to you. I'm paying my tax.
I am paying my tax as well.
No electrical, nothing we enjoy in this country. Who are we going to sue for court?
Well, people have taken parts of the government to court before. Class action suits. People have sued the police force. That's part of the government. It's an arm of the government. They've succeeded. They've gotten their money. So the question is, are you willing to challenge the system, to test the system?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the big question. Are you willing to test the system? God Day here says, Drew, good morning. See, my major problem with this kind of issue is, how much does it take to go and get a lawyer? You spend how much to go and collect how much? To me, it doesn't make sense. Now, I'm very pleased, right? I got a quick reminder of the small claims court here. In fact, they were in the studio. Was that last year or 2 years ago? A couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Now, so what exactly is the role of the small claims courts here in Rivers State? So the small claims court within Port Harcourt Magisterial District, this court established by the Rivers State Judiciary to address simple debt disputes, right? Under 5 million naira. So, like say you have a problem, right? Hey, this guy knows so your clothes where. This guy do this thing where. This guy know I paid this guy. I give guy 1 million. I give guy 200,000. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. Just go file your claim. File your claim. And the beauty of it is that it's meant to be resolved under 60 days. Under 60 days, the claim must be under 5 million naira. So yes, the plumber that you paid close to 2 million naira to go and do these things, sewage in your house, septic tank, and he did rubbish, and you found out that he used substance, you can actually go and make a claim. 9.3, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, you. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name.
I'm sorry, we did not get that, please. Hello? Oh, dear. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Okay, now we can hear you.
This family of Father of Jesus, capitals, they are the worst people I've never seen on earth. we're not, everybody's guilty. Carpenters, mechanics, electricians. We're not talking about who is bad or who is worse. But if you were to sue a carpenter, do you think if people knew that they could sue or claim for damages, people would stop doing bad jobs? you can, if you cannot even sue them, yes, but get them arrested so that they should spend like 2 days there. If they affect them, let them sue you. Because going to take lawyer and also say we will take more of your money.
No, but that's why there's a small claims court. I just said it. There's a small claims court, sir, in this Port Harcourt. Just go to the small claims court. Write down everything that you have done. This is what, bring proof. See the screenshot. Oh, this is the receipt. Oh, this is what happened. Oh, this is what happened. Then we invite the person. The person, agrees that okay, now me make mistake. Bam, refund your money.
Okay, that is good. But let me tell you something.
Yes, please.
Somebody, I go to a workshop where they do shares. When you see those shares, you will like them. And they have almost about 4 sets there. I say, I need this kind of set. How long will it take you to finish this one? He said, it will finish me in 2 weeks. I said, okay, what do I do? He said, if I pay, I just get this in. I pay cash, what we agree on. Do you know that this share take almost about 2 months without even doing anything? So, in that case, will you go and sue him?
So once again, if you have the mind, right, to do a good job, or you have the mind to pay the person their fair wage or their fair charge, if the person doesn't meet up, you have a right to prosecute.
If now will not come and tell you, I beg, can you just leave? You know it's our person. I beg.
That's the thing that you always leave it. Like the man who said somebody left spanner in his radiator and spoiled the radiator. They called him a wicked man. But who's going to pay for the radiator?
But in my case, let them come with the wicked man. This is to just arrest him, and after that one, he went to finish the work. So they need serious fans before they can finish their work. This capital.
Okay. All right. Once again, carpenters are receiving a lot of, I won't say stray bullets because carpenters have shown a lot of people shaggy. Facebook and X at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where we're getting to right now, at Nigeria Info PH. All right. Join the conversation. Now, my question is, we're talking about difficult craftsmen and clients. Would civil suits deter breaches of agreements? If you know that, if I collect this man 100,000 naira, 200,000 naira, or even 1 million naira, and I don't do a good job, this man can go to the small claims courts in Port Harcourt, or this man can actually come with his lawyer and tell me, if I don't pay back this money, I will, be in trouble. Maybe I should do a good job. Maybe this will help people not take on jobs that they are not fit to do. Because almost every artisan will tell you that he or she is the best, or at least one of the best in their fields. Have you seen those seamstresses or those tailors, or quote unquote, they call themselves fashion designers online? Oh, bring your outfit, we'll make you look good. Then you now give them, they will go and sew you skeleton. Pie Festus on Facebook says, good morning, Jude. Actually, these artisans are all the same in this whole breaching of agreement between them and the client. I have been a victim several times, though we know that going through all the hurdles occasioned by taking up a legal case with these people can consume time and money. But I think most times, out of anger, one can go through that route to claim his or her damages. Thank you. But Pie Festus, well, once again, the challenges are not that much. They really aren't. If you just patiently, once again, just go through the small claims court. Just go through. What? Don't believe me? Try it out. Good morning, Mr. Jude. This is on WhatsApp, 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. I am a building engineer by profession. I started a building project for a client January 2023. Then 3 months later, the job stopped. February 2025, we resumed again, and I told him that the contract terms should be reviewed because of the changes in prices of materials and the cost of labor, but he vehemently refused that is not his business, that I should finish his work. It is so pathetic. Engineer Jonathan, with that. Well, once again, Engineer Jonathan, you have a right to tell him, no, we can't, all of these circumstances, we can't continue. Because you're not going to use your money to build his house. Oh, dear. Drop call. scenario. Oh, speaking of obligations, we have obligations to meet. We know that some of you are itching to get your hand at the big jackpot. That's for tomorrow, Friday. But every ticket that you've been buying on One Play from Monday till tomorrow morning is valid. So oneplay.ng is where you should get to. 923, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, how are you?
Very well. Welcome, please. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Godwin.
Godwin, join the conversation, please.
Yeah, I'm calling from Eneka.
Welcome, please.
Okay, a lot of, some of the artisans, especially like mechanics, I remember vividly well that I gave one of my car for a mechanic to repair. Do you know that, believe you me, instead of repairing the car appropriately, he went and spoiled a lot of things. And when I look at him, I wanted to arrest him, I wanted to pick him up, but I look at him and say, well, what do I do to this guy? Because even if I arrested him, I will be the one to go and bail him. So what can we do for us to, to identify people that can give us what we want, especially when it comes to handwork?
So for you, God, that's the first challenge: identifying professionals.
Yes.
So if you could identify professionals, and I have actually met professionals who have big stores, who have built their houses with quote unquote current certified engineers and still found flaws, right? So then you can go and hold the person. But whether or not you can find, why don't we, get people to believe that if the mechanic does the bad job, you can actually take the person and say, if you don't pay me, I'll take you to court, and then the person will repay you. Don't you believe in doing that? Instead of arresting the person.
Sorry, my brother. Let me tell you one thing. When you look at this person, okay, for example, the person that, spoiled my car, I went up to, he stayed in a Elekaya mechanic village. I went up to the chairman and, complained to them and all the rest. They begged me that I should forgive him. That even if I took up this case, the guy would not be able to pay me. And he claimed to be a mechanic. If you go to that mechanic place, you see a whole lot of them, artisans, and they don't know anything. They claim to.
They don't know.
So this is how we are, we a lot of things happening to much of us. Every cars are good, but our mechanics damages our cars.
All right, thank you very much. So now the question now is, how do we identify the very credible professionals? Maybe we'll have that conversation later. But it's not just professionals, even you yourself. Some of you don't do right.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this.
For